Okay, guys, this is the lecture number 18, and this lecture will discuss about the duality concept. So you have understanding about that, in accounting, every transaction has two sides, and this is called duality principle. It means whenever something changes in the business, it affects two accounts at the same time. So this keeps the accounting equation balanced, and we know that what is the accounting equation? That asset is equal to liability plus capital. Now, why is it important? So, without duality, records would be incomplete. Uh, Duality actually ensure that asset, liabilities, and capital always stay in balance, and profit and loss are correctly shown. So, owner and outsider, like banks or suppliers, can trust the account and how it works. So, when the owner invests money, it means that the cash, which is asset, increases, and definitely the capital will also increase. So when a business buy goods with a cash, it means that inventory, which is asset, increases, and cash, which is also asset, decrease, because when you're purchasing something with cash, which is asset, then it will increase, the good will increase, inventory will increase, and the another side of the asset, which is cash, is decrease because you are paying cash. Then when a business buy goods on credit, so inventory definitely as assets should be increases, and the liability, because you're purchasing the things on a credit basis, so your liability will increase because you will have to pay in the future. Then when a business sell goods for profit, this means that you're getting cash, so cash is asset, and this will increase, and inventory, which is your asset, decrease because you're selling that goods, and your profit will increase. It means that profit increases your capital. Okay, so in each case, two effects are recorded, and that is why it's called double entry bookkeeping. So it means that every debit has a credit, and every transaction touches its at least two accounts, and the accounting equation must always balance. Okay, now here if you read that double entry bookkeeping as the standard accounting practice for recording a financial transaction. This means that double entry bookkeeping means every transaction has to affect, and this keeps the accounting equation balance. And we know that what is accounting equation? Accounting equation is asset is equal to liability plus capital, and we have discussed and we have learned this from the previous study and from the previous lecture. Okay, we have an example here. If you see here, here is an example, and the example is a sole trader introduce 1000 capital into their business. And as a result of this, what happened? The business has 1000 cash, and that is asset, 1000 capital, because they are introducing 1000 $1,000 into the business. So this is the capital. Capital also increase. So it means that when owner invests 1000, the cash, which is asset, increases, and the capital is also increased by 1000. So asset is equal to capital. Okay. So asset is 1000 and capital is 1000. So asset is equal to capital. Now, the next day, the business buys $500 worth of inventory using the cash. This means that business buys inventory for $500, and they have pay the cash. So you know that cash is your asset, and when you pay cash, it means your cash is reduced, decreased. It means your asset is decreased, and your asset is decreased by how much? By $500. Now, on the other hand, you are purchasing the inventory, which is also asset, and the cost of that inventory is 500. So it means that your cash, which is asset, decreased by 500, but on the other hand, your inventory, which is asset, increased by 500. So the total asset unchanged because you are paying 500, which is your cash, and you are receiving inventory, that is your asset. So the same thing happened, and the total asset unchanged. Then the following day, the business sells all of the inventory by $750. So mean the cost of the inventory was 500, and now you are selling that inventory by 750. So there is a difference of 250, which means that this is your profit. So the business sell inventory for 750, and the cost was $500. So the cash, which is asset, increased by 7500, while inventory, which is your asset, decreased by 500. So your cash increased by 750, your inventory decreased by 500, and the profit, which is 250, which will increase your capital by 250. So asset is increased by 250, and capital is also increased by 250. Then here we have an example. Consider the following transaction and their effect on the accounting equation. So the transaction number one here, the owner put how much? 20,000 into the business. So this means that the bank, which is your asset account, and the cash is increased by $20,000, and this is introduced by the owner of the business. So your capital is also increased by $20,000. Here now on the second transaction, this is the transaction number two. What happened? did a business purchase furniture for a new shop costing $1,500 and paid for it from the business bank account. So this means that your business buy furniture of cost $1,500 and paid from the bank. So the bank asset is decreased by how much? 1,500, and your furniture, which is asset, increased by 1,500. So your bank account is decreased by 1,500, while your inventory or your furniture, which is your asset, is increased by 5. So the asset just changed from form, and the total stay to 20,000, because you purchasing the thing, you pay the cash, and you getting the asset. So your total asset remain the same. If you see here, now here in the bank, you will have definitely 20,000 amount, which was introduced by the owner, and now you paid 1,500 for furniture. So the remaining balance is this one, 18,500. Now you have purchased for 1,500, and that is your asset. So the total amount is same, right? And definitely the capital is same. So this is your equation. Asset minus liability is equal to capital, right? Now let's move on to transaction number 3. And the transaction number 3, if you see here, did business purchase some dresses from supplier on credit, and this cost $700. So this means that the business buy dresses on credit and paying, they will pay definitely this on credit, so that will create liability of 700, and your inventory asset is increased by 700, and there's a payable, which is liability, is also increased by 700. So your asset increased by 700, and your liability is also increased by 700. Okay, and this is the your bank. This is the initial amount, the opening balance, and then after that you have pay for the furniture. The remaining was this amount, and after that you have also purchased asset of 7. So this you see here, the total amount is 20,700, and here the payable is increased. So if asset less liability, then you will have capital, and the capital remain the same, that was 20,000, right? Okay, now let's move on to the transaction number 4. Transaction number 2 is about the business take dresses worth 100 out of inventory and sell them to a customer for 300. So the customer pay cash immediately. So what will happen? Your bank balance before it start was 20,000. Then you have purchased furniture for 1,500. The amount was before 18,500. Now what happened? You have again sell something, and that is the dresses, and you get 300, right? Inventory before it was 700, and now you have just took 100 worth dresses from there, so the remaining will be 600, right? And the furniture which you have bought before, that was 1,500. So what will happen to the total? So the total asset will be 20,900. In your payable balance, which was 700, and this amount come from when you purchase the inventory, the dresses, for 700, and you have now sell out only 100 worth dresses. And when you are selling the thing of 100 cost, and you're getting the cash of 300, so there's a profit, and that is 200. So what will happen? This 200 will increase the capital. So if you see here, before the capital was 20,000, and now your capital is 20,200, and this was increased by selling that dress, which costs 1,000 to you, to your business, and you are getting $300. Okay, so the total asset is 20,900, and this, if you deduct the liability, which is the amount which come from the purchasing the inventory, the dresses, if you see here, and the transaction number 3, dresses from supplier on credit basis. So this is your liability portion, and it's remain here. So 20,900 less 700, and you will get this amount 20,200, and this is your capital, and this capital is increased by the profit. So you sell the dresses, the cost was 100, and you sold at $300. So the cash asset increased by 300, inventory asset decreased by 100, and you just get a profit of 200. So this profit increased your capital by 200. So asset increased by 200, capital is also increased by 200, right? Now let's move to the activity. Here is the activity. Activity number 1. An owner decided to invest 10,000 into a new business venture. Okay, so this means that owner invests 10,000. It means that asset is increased by 10,000. So your asset here is increased by 10,000, right? And this amount is paid into your bank account. So your bank account will have now balance of 10,000. And liability is 0, because here is nothing you have purchased on credit basis, and definitely this is introduction. This was introduced by the owner, so your capital will be also 10,000. Okay, so this is the first transaction. Now, after that, 3,000 is paid out of the business bank account. So there was 10,000 amount, and from that you have just paid 3,000 for purchasing a van, and you have used the bank account for that, right? So asset your bank account that is 700,000 because 300 you have paid for win. So your total asset means your bank account 7,000 plus 3,000 is your win, and the liability is zero, and your capital will be remain 10,000. So here you will write in this side that asset bank account 7,000, win 3,000, and the total amount is 10,000. Liability is zero. This will be zero, and your capital will definitely be 10,000. Then after that, the business buy 5 crates of lemonade bottles from supplier on credit basis. So here you will have a liability portion now we will do, and from supplier invoice 5,000. So your asset, you buy lemonade on credit, or that will cost you 500. So this means that inventory, which is your asset, increased by 500, and your bank account, which have already $7,000, and the van which is your asset, and that costs 3,000. Now the liability portion here will be the 500 because you have purchased this lemonade credits, and the capital is the same 10,000. So what will happen here, that your asset inventory increased by 500, your bank was $700 amount before, and your van, which is asset 3,000, and if you deduct that amount 500, then you will have the capital of 10,000. Okay, then after that, the business sell 2 crates of lemonade to a market vendor at this amount. How would this information be presented in the accounting equation? So the sell lemonade, which cost 200, the lemonade cost was 200, and you sold it $300. So it means that asset bank account, which where the amount was 7,000. Now, if you add this 3,000, the amount the bank balance will be 7,300. Plus there is a van, which is your asset 3,000, and inventory, which was $300, and the liability, which is before it is 500. If you see a 500 was your liability, and the capital will be the 10,000 and 100, and this 100 increase because of the profit you just get from that selling that 2 crate lemonade, which cost 200 to you, and you just got 300 in cash. So 100 was your profit. So this show, if you see here, here is the answer. First you will have bank balance 10,000 that was introduced. There was no liability. Capital was this amount. Second transaction was this. You purchased the van, and the amount remaining balance was 700, and this is the van. So the total liability is this one. Total asset is this one, and there was no liability, and the capital is this one. After that, the bank balance is this amount. You have purchased inventory 500, and this inventory is on credit basis. You will have payable here, and the total asset will be the 10,500. And if you deduct the liability 500 from this amount, then you will get this amount 10,000. And in transaction number 4, what happened that the bank balance was 10,000 minus 3,000 was paid for the van, and then you have just sold credits 200 cost credit for 300, and the amount, the cash balance goes up, and that is 7,300. Now what happened, the inventory before was $500, but you have just sold out $200, so the remaining inventory will be the $300. Okay, the delivery van cost was this one. So these all are your asset, and your total asset is now 10,600. There is a liability portion that is payable 500, and that is because of the lemonade. How much I don't know, let me check it. That was I think this one. You buy 5 crate of lemonade bottles from supply on credit. Okay, then this is the profit you just earn from the purchase, from selling that lemonade 2 crates. So what we understand that how every transaction has two sides. One part goes into asset, liabilities, or capital, and another part balances at. So that is why it is called the duality principle. Okay, thank you for watching.